Hey, Brian, what's poppin' tonight? Mortal Kombat! Liu Kang. Johnny Cage. Sonya Blade.
That was pretty good. That wasn't bad, right?
I wanted to see how long you'd keep going. I love our bits now where we're doing two theme songs. We do one theme song and then we cut to our own theme song, the one made by Brian Trash for Edging with Trash and Monk. Yep.
This is all the power you ever had. Now it is mine. Pity, there is not more time for us.
This open season of all suckheads.
I'm just gonna have to teach you a lesson. No more clowning around. Fire
Is that gasoline I smell?
No, man. No!
Mortal Kombat. Do. Okay, who were it better? Who's got the better theme song? Us or them?
You know, honestly,
Liu Kang, Johnny Cage, Kano.
We could add a Mortal Kombat to our theme song, TBH. I think that would fit in.
I was just so worried about like how long it already was. I was just like, I don't know if
I don't think you didn't even have to make it any longer. You just add it in somewhere random.
Yeah. Sample the shitty synth pad that they have for it. Like,
just the guy screaming Mortal Kombat, I think would be perfect.
Oh, that'd be good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I might do that. You know? I might pop open FL Studio and go and throw in some good old fashioned.
Yeah, man, I love FL Studio, but
FL Studio.
You know what the problem with FL Studio is? It's too expensive, and you have to pay a lot of money for it. Then there's no way to get it without doing that.
Yeah, there's no way to get it without buying it.
Brian, you must be made of money fucking paying for FL Studio and shit.
Yeah.
I'm looking at the YouTube comments for the theme song for Mortal Kombat, Techno Syndrome by the Immortal.
Fucking what an iconic name and band name. Just really good. Oh, what are we gonna call the song for Mortal Kombat? This like fantasy we're gonna call it Techno Syndrome.
Well, they're fucking cooking with that.
Yeah, they fucking go so hard.
You know what? It almost makes me forgive them for being Belgian.
Oh, they're Belgian.
They are Belgian. Yeah. Yeah. But the YouTube comments, this guy says, everyone in this movie was cast perfectly. I love this film.
That's like the most untrue thing you could say about this movie. Raiden is literally played by fucking Highlander, right?
He's like the only person in the movie too, right? It's like Highlander and 10 people who answered the Craigslist ad. This is the cast of Mortal Kombat.
It's just gonna, it's gonna turn out that that one of the guys was like the fight coordinator and like hugely renowned in like Chinese cinema.
Yeah, maybe.
You're gonna have pie on your face. I'm just saying, okay?
Maybe
someone's gonna slip into the comments and be like, and slide the fucking glasses up their nose, gonna be like, well, actually, and then I don't know, throw a ninja star at you.
Yeah, that might happen. Actually, I think Liu Kang was actually played by someone, because I remember we watched Mortal Kombat, Armageddon, Apocalypse, Annihilation, whatever the fuck, some A word.
Mortal
Um,
Kombat, asshole.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there was something about Liu Kang in like his fucking bio there. Maybe I'm wrong.
Liu Kang.
I'm not going to be able to stop. It's going to be happening the entire time we're recording. It's just going to be like referencing the fucking theme song.
Oh yeah. So he was like an Liu Kang was like a fucking actor in Hong Kong, I think. And then he moved to LA in 1994 to start an import-export business and quit acting. And then got a call from his agent to do Mortal Kombat. And then did that and the sequel.
Amazing. Amazing. I mean, hey, you know, get that bread. Get that bread.
You know what? That's true.
I gotta say, this movie really does not live up to its theme song. And that's so sad.
I don't know about that one, Brian. I think this movie is great. I think the problem is that you're judging it on the standards of a Hollywood movie where it would be really fucking awful. But I think if you I think if Mortal Kombat was a porno, it would probably be the best porno ever made.
Yeah, if this was like a porno, like it'd be up there with Pirates. You know?
It'd be up there with the porno we were listening to on last episode with the
absolutely.
Throw me some numbers.
Throw me some numbers. What's the password?
Oral cum shot. That's what Mortal Kombat's like. That's what you should the curve you should be grading it on, not this.
That's true. That's true.
I also think that
and for pornography, it is one of the best I've ever seen. I'll throw it out there. You know, kind of light on the nudity, but you know.
Now, how would you think the soundtrack would go in a porno? Like if you were watching like some folks fucking and sucking on each other and you hear
Mortal Kombat. Mortal Kombat. Liu Kang coming.
boop 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 boop.
Yeah, I really can't imagine beating Schmeat to this. Like,
yeah, but I mean, you can't jack off to the best pornos, you know?
A gooner gets it done, you know?
Yeah.
But I feel like a gooner would even struggle with this one because even the characters that are so, like weirdly sexualized, Sonya, are like, I don't know, the dress that they put her in to be like, oh yeah, she's gonna be sacrificed to you know, capture the earth from the humans and put it under the control of the emperor. Even that dress is like, it's like Xena. It's not like, it's not even as revealing as the Xena dress.
Yeah.
And it's like, I'm just like, I don't know. I feel like they failed at being misogynist.
Yeah, I think you got a point there. Like I too. So on the Jackometer, how is this ranking for you? Like, let's retroactively. Now that I've said the word Jackometer,
it's Jackometer.
Jackometer. Let's retroactively give some ratings to some movies we've already watched. Let's start with Gamer. That's a 0. I can't jack off to that.
That's a 0. I mean, I could see somebody doing like a shame spank, right?
Yeah,
like a little bit of a shame spank a couple times, but like it's not good.
So that's a 0. What's our 10 for the Jackometer?
10 for the Jackometer?
Yeah,
probably. You know, this might be controversial. We haven't done it yet, so I can't say it. Never mind. Hold on. Let me go and look at the episodes we've done really quick.
I'll just vamp for a little bit where you're looking at titles of the podcast.
I'm just gonna go through. Okay, The Crow, our first episode.
The Crow, 0 on the jack off. You couldn't jack off to The Crow?
No.
Interesting. Okay, I feel like some people would disagree with you.
What's her jacket to in The Crow?
Well, if you like incest,
If you like the most baffling incest you've ever seen, The Crow, I want to remind you real quick. There is a child in a lot of that.
yeah, well, you can just put a pause on that for a little bit.
Fast forward through that.
Yeah,
Okay, so now Blade.
yeah. Blade's
Give
got
it like a 2, maybe a 3.
2. Come on. Blade, you could
What?
give at least like a 3 or a 4 too.
There's like nothing. There's like nothing sexy happening in that movie.
He literally fucks his mom.
Okay, that part is a little sexy. Okay, sure. I'll give it a 4.
Yeah,
Okay. Underworld. All that latex.
that's like a 10.
That's pretty up there.
At least if we're putting it on a curve of the movies we've watched, Underworld's a 10.
I'm gonna give it like an 8.
An 8, okay.
Because I know what's coming. I know it's coming down the pipes.
Yeah.
You know?
Gamer 0.
Gamer. I'm gonna give it a 1 because there is nudity in it. It's appalling to look at, but it's there. Spawn.
God, I hope not. I really hope.
That's a 0 right there. Unless you're into like.
There's also a kid in a lot of Spawn. There's multiple kids in Spawn.
Yeah.
They're all over the place.
They're just everywhere. It's awful. Okay, Blade 2.
Yeah, Blade 2, less than Blade, I think.
Yeah, I think so too. Unless you're like obsessed with one of the characters,
or if you were
being really into fucking what's his face, Daryl Dixon from Walking Dead. What's his fucking name?
Well, there's also the mouth on like the vampire, the Blade 2 vampires or whatever. You know, maybe if you're into that,
I could see some monster fuckers getting into that. That's for real. Real. Okay. Yeah, no, that's fair. Waterworld opens with pissing. So if you're into water sports, that's pretty high on the list. Let's see. You know, it's mostly very unsexy.
Yeah.
But there's the opening sequence. I'll give it a 2.
Yeah.
I'll give it a 2 for piss. Okay. Sin City. Okay, I want to hear what you have to say about Sin City.
Sin City is the shame rub, I think. Gamer, I couldn't do that too. Sin City, I think if I like really was like down bad, I could jack off to Sin City. I don't think I could ever be down bad enough to jack off to Gamer.
Yeah, I think your read on that is pretty good. I would say that Sin City. I'm gonna give Sin City like a 7. I
would give it a little bit lower, but yeah,
a little bit lower. No, I mean there's a lot of very expressive shots of a lot of naked. Well, I guess pretty much only women.
Yeah,
you know. So if you're
a straightoid like I am,
if you're not into, that's not much to. You know. Anyways, so okay, next one, Face Off. I
think for one guy that's a 10. I think if you're Nick Cage, that's a 10.
Do you think Nick Cage goons to his movies?
I think he does. I can't see how he wouldn't.
See, I think actually John Travolta goons to his movies.
Ooh.
And Nick Cage is actually a perfect angel.
Yeah, Nick Cage is actually a virgin.
Nick Cage is a metal angel.
Yeah.
Nick Cage reminds me of like, I don't know, like maybe like I
mean, he has Cage in his name.
Like Poppy or like his soul is that of like an angel who's into metal, right? Like like Nicole Dollanganger. I don't know, like how I imagine Ethel Cain to be, you know. I just think that Nick Cage inhabits this beautiful pure soul of metal love, and that's
also a metal cage around his nuts.
I mean, yeah, but that's That's just, I mean, who doesn't like that?
All right, what's next? What was the one you were looking forward to? The one that got you so fucking
Oh, we
worked
haven't
up.
gotten to it yet. I'm just saying we haven't gotten to it. Well, actually, you know what? I do have. Hold on. We got to do Wanted first. Okay, Wanted. Where do you put Wanted on this list?
God. If
Chris
you really
Pratt's
like seeing
beautiful cheeks,
his Pratt's ass, pre-buff Chris Pratt's ass too.
yeah, and I think you do get a very slight sided boob from Angelina Jolie at some point as well. So there's a modicum of nudity in this movie. If you can look past,
if you're in it for Angelina Jolie, then just watch Hackers and jack off to that.
Yeah, literally, yeah. Hackers is like, that's the thing. Hackers is a hot movie. Fucking fight me. It's gay.
Yeah. Those kids are in high school, Brian.
They're playing high schoolers, but they're not.
I know.
Come on.
So that's the jackometer, everybody.
Yeah,
maybe we'll do this bit again if we remember to.
If our brains operate.
Oh wait, where is Mortal Kombat on the jackometer?
Bad. It's maybe a 1, maybe.
Yeah, wouldn't be an excellent porno.
It's a 0. It would make an excellent porno if they put some sex in it.
Yeah.
Yeah. There you go.
Like if Goro had like 2 dicks and they were like 3 feet long.
If Goro had 2 dicks, 4 tits, and the thing where they make the ankle with the pussy in the side.
What?
Do you know about that?
No.
No, apparently that's a sex toy. So you can have sex with for feet lovers.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well.
Yeah. Yeah. You're welcome.
Yeah.
Oh God.
So Mortal Kombat. There's not any sex in it.
I didn't like this movie very much, everybody. I'm not gonna lie. I did not love this movie a whole lot.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I think this movie is really good if you are macrodosing on cough medicine.
You might be honest.
That's the secret ingredient to Mortal Kombat, I think.
I just think it's amazing that they like open the movie with that, like with the theme song with techno syndrome.
Mortal Kombat. In case, like, that way that everyone walked into the right theater. Like you hear that and you're like, oh good, I found the right place.
They've said the name of the movie already in the opening song, so we're good.
It's still showing like the New Line Cinema logo, and it's got the name of the movie.
But they open the movie with that into immediately throat singing and just and I think that's insane. I think that's a choice that you could make, a bad one. And then they show the villain of the movie immediately. Very classical 90s movie trope. Show the villain doing something awful at the very beginning. Where I wrote the big bad straight up murking a child is what I said. Turns out not a child, in fact, Liu Kang's brother. But it's all just a bad dream for Liu Kang. But it's not a bad dream. It really happened.
It's what they call a flashback in the industry.
I don't think that's what they call that. Also,
the psychiatric industry is what I was referring to.
Oh, okay, got it. I was reminded very much. There was this. I remember this newspaper ad came out a while ago, our local newspaper, and there were a bunch of people that were a bunch of like wooks were trying to do like a performance show.
Yeah.
And I saw the pictures, and I made a short video about it where I was just like zooming in on this picture, and one of them I looked like an evil wizard, and it was just me saying, "The bad wizard, the bad wizard," and that's immediately what I'm jumping to when I'm seeing Shang Tsung. Yeah, is the bad wizard. Little less arch than the bad wizard I was seeing in the paper. But this one, but pretty obviously evil. They made sure to find a guy with nice high cheekbones.
Yeah.
And some sunken.
He's kind of making
cheeks.
He's kind of making the filthy Frank face for a lot of the movie.
True. Yeah, and he's also a soul stealer, so he's evil. Like immediately, it's like, oh yeah, he kills and then steals.
Yeah,
that's
true.
Theft is a grand crime. I'll tell you that much. Okay,
that's why they call it Grand Theft Auto, because it's grand. Because it's a grand old time.
Let's see. The introductions to the people are funny for the most part. Liu Kang, not so much. Sonya walking into a club with a shotgun where there's just like metal or hardcore playing. It's hard to tell which. And just like greasing a guy. Just fucking nobody stops dancing. Everybody's still dancing at the club.
They're into it.
They're into it. There's just a dead guy on the ground. They're like, yeah. And then it's all because I don't know, you meet Kano. Kano, the Australian fucker who's got a metal face. I don't know. That all is dumb. It's all really dumb. Johnny Cage is on a movie set with Dollar Store Spielberg shouting at him. If it was actually Steven Spielberg, which it looked kind of like him, I wouldn't be surprised. But yeah, that was, and then his agent is like, you should go prove how much of a badass you are. But it's actually Shang Tsung in fucking disguise. Wow. It's obvious. Yeah. I don't know.
Brian, I think I know why you didn't like this movie as much as I did, and I think it's because you were paying like 1 iota of attention while all this shit was happening instead of just looking at Twitter while we're supposed to watch the movie for the podcast.
Oh no, that was like the 3/4 of a movie after I stopped taking any notes. It's just me looking at Twitter and then looking at the movie and being like, what is this bullshit?
The cool thing about this movie is that it lets you know when you have to start paying attention to it, because it goes and usually there's some dope shit going on when that happens.
Yeah. I mean, I think dope is a little bit strong, because for the first half of the movie, everything really sucks. And then
then the theme song's not playing, and then they start playing the song, and it's like and there's like a dude fucking kicking another dude in the face. And you know what? That fucking rules.
What about the guy who had like a lion voice? He was like rawr. The first guy that Liu Kang fights. And it's just like, watching that, I was just like, okay, well maybe we'll get some good fight coordination and like some cool choreography. And it's just like, no, this just blows.
Yeah, but it blows in a really interesting way where it looks like the entire set is going to fall down at any given moment.
Even though they're in a fucking jungle.
And it looks like the whole thing is like shot on like a camcorder. But not in like a cool way.
Yeah, not in a cool way. Yeah, and all the effects look bad, but it's not like Spawn's armor bad. It's like the demons in Spawn bad.
The fucking lizard was very fun to watch, and he's like running around acting crazy. He's like he's got like this cloaking effect like the Predator, except it's like kind of supposed to be camouflage, but he's definitely like invisible. He's not just like camouflage.
Yeah, he's like invisible. You see like a light shimmering where he is. You're like, oh, okay.
But that shit kind of rules. And he looks like he could that same like CGI lizard could have like a very very lucrative career in the insurance advertisement industry after this film ended.
It's so true. Yeah, Paul W.S. Anderson. Though it says Paul Anderson, by the way.
The WS is for wife shower because he shows off his wife all the time in the Resident Evil movie.
Yeah, but this is a Paul W.S. Anderson movie, despite it not saying Paul W.S. Anderson in the credits. And that's because this is before the plurality.
Yeah.
You know, before there were too many Paul Andersons.
I think the WS is honestly more confusing because it makes me think of Wes Anderson.
Interesting. Huh.
Is there another Paul Anderson?
Yeah.
Who what did they do?
God, hold on. Let me.
Also,
Paul
I've been looking
Anderson.
at
Yeah, Paul Thomas Anderson. That's the other one.
Okay.
PTA.
I've been looking at
director.
The IMDb page for this movie for about however long I've had it up. And I'm watching this trailer for some Steven Seagal movie, and I'm like, man, I wish we watched this bad Steven Seagal movie instead of Mortal Kombat.
You know, maybe next time. Maybe we'll give ourselves a break next time. We'll go on vacation and we'll watch some bad Steven Seagal flick.
Oh, here's another one. Another bad Steven Seagal movie. 2 in a row.
Amazing. Yeah, I love Paul Thomas Anderson is known for these like cool movies like Boogie Nights and There Will Be Blood, where Paul W.S. Anderson is like
Alien versus Predator.
Yeah, AVP, Resident Evil, just fucking
some banger movies, gotta say. AVP was really bad. The Resident Evil movies are pretty good.
You know what he did though? He did do Event Horizon, and Event Horizon
that's still on our list. We gotta watch that at some point.
Good. Wait, what is this? Monster Hunter? Wait a second.
Yeah, the Monster Hunter, the modern one. He did that shit.
They made.
You didn't know they even made this? Yeah, it looks bad. It's like in the desert. It looks like the Iraq War from the trailer I saw 2 years ago, or maybe 3 years ago.
But at least wife is in it.
Yeah,
that's
true.
At least we got Mila Jovovich, and Ron Perlman. Holy fuck! What? It's Anthony Jaa?
Everything I've heard about it is that it's bad, but if Ron Perlman is in it, maybe it's worth it.
I mean, part of me doesn't really care if it's good. Part of me wants it to be bad, and I want to watch it anyways and go look. It's like,
yeah,
wow, that rat. Look, I fought a Rakdos before. And then, no.
Here's the thing. I don't think Monster Hunter is going to have any scenes where it goes. That's
true.
Mortal Kombat. Monster Kombat.
I mean, maybe it does. Maybe it's got a cool theme song. I doubt it, but maybe.
If you were in charge of making the theme song for the Monster Hunter movie, what kind of beat are you dropping for that?
Oh, I'm just gonna put the world music from Skyrim over the whole thing. It would fit.
Kinda. I think you'd have
90% of the time.
I think you'd have some IP troubles there, but you know what? That's the studio's problem, not yours.
We just got to clear those IPs. Let's go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, is that Oblivion? That might be Morrowind that I'm doing, or Oblivion,
I
or
think
a
that was
different
Lord
one.
of the Rings. Was that Lord of the Rings? Ba, 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 ba.
I no,
That's
it's more like
an orc theme.
these like a part after that I'm forgetting, but it's different. It's different, I promise.
Is it like ba-ba-bum, ba-ba-bum, bum, bum, bum? Is it like jaunty?
Kind of, a little bit.
It's a little jaunty.
Yeah.
It's either Oblivion or Morrowind. I can't remember.
I think, yeah, I think it might be Morrowind or Oblivion.
It might just be Oblivion.
It could
I
be
don't know.
Morrowind, though.
Hey,
Yeah.
Mark, I think we've been talking about this movie too much. Can, what's going on in your life? How you doing?
Oh, I've been okay, just see, the problem is I've got this fucking neighbor, and he's got like this problem where like he's got 4 arms. This big buff dude. He's always screaming. And last night he like punched a hole through my wall and gave me like this suplex where like he dropped my whole back onto his knee, and I broke my spine in like 3 places. But aside from that,
does he have a friend like it's kind of like a dark wizard?
now that you mention it, there was this like freaky looking dude. I don't know if they were like friends or like coworkers or some shit, but there was this dude who looked like making the filthy Frank face. Just hanging out. And you know what? I also, while I was getting my spine broken in 3 places, I just kept hearing the sound in the background. It just sounded like boop 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 boop. And then my other neighbor across the hall, I heard them shout, "Apartment combat!"
Apartment complex.
So that's how I've been. It'll all buff out though.
Yeah, it'll all buff out. I mean, I'm sure your ability to feel like emotions and taste food will come back soon enough.
Yeah.
After having your souls potentially stolen. Sorry, I forgot to bring that up. You probably had your soul stolen.
Yeah, I think that was actually just COVID that got that first. So luckily,
okay.
No, actually, I could tell that I've pretty much gotten over COVID. So some inside baseball. We recorded 2 episodes this week. Thursday, the 2nd or 1st or whatever day Thursday was.
More like Thursday.
Yeah, that's true. That's when we recorded the Hackers episode, and now here we are in the 4th, Sunday the 4th, recording the Mortal Kombat episode. And on the 1st, I realized that I had my sense of smell back again, because I noticed that there was a bag of potatoes where something had gone horribly awry in the back of my pantry.
Right.
And it smelled like fucking, because it wasn't just the bad potatoes, it's the potatoes had turned into like liquid, and that liquid had gotten all over that shelf too. And to just fucking scrub all that shit off of it. And also they were still in like a plastic bag, and there was a bunch of like standing water in that plastic from the melting potatoes. And you know that smell when there's been like standing water on plastic for like a long time, and it smells like more like a shit than like a shit does to me.
That's wild. I'm like super attuned to weird smells that I don't like, but that is not one that I've ever noticed before. That's very interesting.
Yeah, I would, if you want to replicate that, I would recommend doing that outside.
Of course.
Yeah. But yeah, that was not very fun cleaning all that up. And then I noticed it like right before we were going to record the episode, and I didn't have time to go out and throw out the fucking. So like the entire time we were recording that Hackers episode, I'm like fucking pinching my nose basically. It's like just stinking up. I managed to isolate it all in a bag, but it's still fucking reeked in there.
So, listener, if you were hearing the entire episode, that Monk was talking like this the whole time. That's because
pretty much.
There was a clothespin. There was a clothespin on Monk's nose.
Yeah, I went out and I bought clothespins just to do that, but then I had no time after buying the clothespins to throw away the thing.
Like fuck. Yeah. Well, that's.
Dan, this looks like a good movie that I'm looking at the trailers on IMDb that are just these are just autoplay. Falling Skies. Is that a movie or a TV show? It said TNT.
Probably a TV show.
Also, I've seen like 80 trailers for Sin City. They really want me to watch Sin City again.
We already did it.
This one has like the Resident Evil inventory screen in the trailer. The best part of the movie.
My mitts. When Marv says my mitts.
In my mitts.
Amazing. All right. Back to the movie.
Yeah. Brian, what was your favorite part of the movie?
Okay. My favorite part is there's one scene that I just really, really enjoy, which is when Johnny Cage is fighting Goro.
Mm-hmm.
And they're about to get going. They're about to start, cutting some rug and punching.
They're about to trim their pubes.
They're about to trim their pubes. They got the scissors out and everything. The crowd's just full of people holding scissors. But then Johnny Cage in a dastardly move does the splits and punches Goro in the nuts.
It's like one fluid movement too. It's actually pretty impressive.
It is really impressive. It's well done. I'm legitimately very impressed.
I think part of the reason it works so well too is because the movie's doing its thing where it takes itself seriously for some reason for like 15 minutes before then, and it's like literally like he's like on the beach talking to Sonya Blade about how he's going to make this. I have to fight Goro. I have to challenge him so that you won't be defeated by him. And he's like playing it up like this big noble sacrifice he's going to make. He's like, trust me, things will be different when I fight. And then his whole secret that he's been hiding this whole time is he's going to do the splits and punch him in the nuts like right away.
Yeah, well, and it's great. It's actually funny. The entire movie is arch as hell.
Yeah.
Until this scene when Johnny Cage just splits punch. And it's just and then Goro's just holding his nuts like and everybody's like cheering and laughing, and it's just like Shang Tsung is like really fucking mad. He's like, what are you doing being hurt by getting punched in the nuts? Get after Johnny Cage. And Johnny Cage has gone up to a cliff to like go escape.
That's because Shang Tsung's nuts have atrophied from being a sorcerer.
Yeah, that's true. And that
he doesn't understand
sorcerers. That does happen to most sorcerers. Yeah, so Johnny Cage gets him up onto the ledge, and Goro comes looking for him. And Johnny Cage is just basically like whistles and kicks him in the head off a cliff. It's a little more than that, but it's basically that.
It's pretty much that. There's like the callback from the beginning of the movie where like Goro is like hanging on by like 3 fingers because he's only got 3 fingers onto like the rock cliff, and Johnny Cage is like, this is the part where you fall, and that's like the same dumb line. It's not a good line, but he used the line earlier in the movie, so everyone's like soy facing about it and pointing at their screens and going, it's the line. He said the thing.
Yeah. Yeah, and that was stupid. It was really stupid, but it was funny stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't want to jump on another one without you getting a chance. So you go ahead and tell me something you liked about this movie.
Something I liked about this movie, well, my favorite part of the movie has got to be when like the guys are fighting and the music is going do 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 do
So true.
Mortal Kombat.
Oh God.
I love this movie. I genuinely had a great time. I don't know if I'm I know Brian's been shitting on the movie this whole time, and I think you have every right to shit on Mortal Kombat because it's a bad movie, but this movie rules.
It's good. It's a bad movie. It's a good porno. You know, and
it's a bitch. It's a lover.
Yeah. I really thought you were gonna go with the Orbital song. That
was my favorite part of
weirdly
Hackers.
out of place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The opening theme from Hackers being the ending theme for Mortal Kombat. Pure happy coincidence, by the way. We did not plan for that to be the case.
Yeah. It was like, oh yeah, that happened.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's a good song.
It's great in Hackers. I love it when at the end of Hackers they play Orbital's Halcyon and on Halcyon and on and on.
Name dropping the song. You know, I think I remember we watched Hackers and you listen to the song and you're like, this is fire. And I told you it was like a real song. But I do specifically, I'm gonna call you out right now. I do specifically remember I was like streaming music in the Discord and that song was playing and I'm like, I like this song. And you were like, yeah. I remember you disparaging Halcyon and on at one point. Yeah.
I'm doing a lot of Larry David hand motions right now. Okay.
I don't have receipts, unfortunately, so you can just deny this and take me to court.
It sounds like me.
Yeah. Generally, when I think about someone being a hater, I think about Brian.
Yeah, I will hate on something. Like when I was talking with our mutual friend Autumn.
Yeah.
And we were talking about music, and I was complaining about Tame Impala. I was just like, I hate that.
Yeah.
And then realized you're gonna love this. You're gonna love this.
I know what you're saying. I'm so excited.
Yeah. I actually I listened to some Tame Impala and was like, oh no, this is fine. Actually, it's not good, but it's fine, right? It's not
still hating.
I listen to most of the time. Hey.
Still hating in your apology to Tame Impala.
Yeah, they're like fine. It's like better than elevator music, you know? It's not like it's just not like something I seek out most of the time. But Borderline's a fucking banger track. Okay. I'm gonna say that. Everybody thinks I'm fucking hating all the time when I say something's like fine, you know? Like, come on now. Come on. Sorry, I need a hard candy. I'm stressed.
You on that fucking Ricola shit again?
Bet you know it. All right, but I was listening to Tame Impala. I was like, this is fine. And I'm like, why did I think Tame Impala was bad? What? Turns out, everybody. I had misremembered Imagine Dragons as Tame Impala. and was like, oh. And then I told everyone that, and they're like, oh, well, it makes sense why you were hating on Tame Impala, because you thought they were Imagine Dragons.
Yeah. See, that's when I can't call you a hater for hating, because that's just bad. Also,
yeah.
It's very funny me retconning you as the hater in this duo, in this partnership.
I know. Well, it's funnier if people think I'm the hater, and then you're going to be doing like a lot of hating.
I probably have already done a lot of hating.
Yeah.
Now, which Tame Impala or Imagine Dragons? Which one did the which one did that one track where there's like the synth in it, and there's like a guy, and the guy's shouting "Mortal Kombat," and the synth goes.
Oh well, common mistake. I think you're getting Tame Impala mixed up with the Immortal.
Oh, that's right. They're the ones from Switzerland, right?
Yeah,
or Luxembourg or some shit.
Yeah, they're from Montenegro, and they have this song also that they do where it's about thunder, lightning, and the thunder.
Now, does the synth go do 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 in that one too, or no?
It does. It does go do 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 do.
Wow.
It do.
Seems like they're kind of a one-hit wonder then, I guess, huh?
I guess so. Unless you want to count the other songs that they did for Mortal Kombat, because there are other songs from the Mortal Kombat soundtrack.
Yeah, it could just be one big song. You could stitch all those together in like one 18-minute song and get all the good parts.
Yeah, what I want is a song with like hyperlinks in it. So it's like you're listening to Techno Syndrome and they say Liu Kang, and you press the Liu Kang button, and it takes you to the Liu Kang song.
Yeah. That'd be pretty good.
Very good. That's the future that Mark Zuckerberg is working towards with the Meta Quest 3 or whatever the fuck. I'm like way behind. There's a new one out already, something or another. Apple.
Yeah,
that's what people
Vision
are talking
or
about.
whatever.
Apple.
Yeah, the one where that's like $3,000 that people are still wearing out and about for some reason. Like
that's hilarious.
That's my $3,000 if I see someone wearing that shit.
I know, right? I fucking there was a.
What are they gonna do? See me coming?
Got him. Yeah, there was a video of somebody saying somebody in San Jose being like only in San Jose, and it was just some motherfucker crossing the street with one of those fuckers on.
Yeah,
like, and just like stops right at the edge of the street before they get onto the sidewalk and like does some hand movements. Control the thing, and I'm just like, what? What's happening? Well, they were playing Pokemon Go on their Apple Vision Pro.
Awesome.
I don't know if that's actually true. I just imagine.
I hope they were.
Maybe they were working.
Maybe. That's what it's
maybe.
Actually for. It's for it's a productivity tool.
That's so cool.
It's for your job.
I love the idea that you can put on one of these visors. You can put on like a scuba suit each day, basically.
Yeah.
And like go out into the world. And you're just working. You're just always working. Isn't it great?
Yeah.
And you can pick up bounties all the time and like hop in a car and like deliver grocery.
Yeah. What you're describing is
not
just
dystopian.
It's not describing is Cyberpunk 2077. Is what you're describing.
Speaking of which, hi Alexa.
Our rarely heard third host, Alexa.
Oh God.
What'd she think about Mortal Kombat?
Alexa, what do you think about Mortal Kombat?
Mortal Kombat is a media franchise centered on a series of fighting video games originally developed by Midway Games in 1992.
Okay, but what about the movie?
Alexa, what do you think about the movie Mortal Kombat?
Mortal Kombat is a 1995 action film starring Christopher Lambert, Robin Shou, and Lyndon Ashby. 3 unknowing martial artists are summoned to a mysterious island to compete in a tournament whose outcome will decide the fate of the world. The film is 1 hour and 41 minutes long. The movie has a rating of 5.8 out of 10 on
5.8 out of 10.
You know what's really funny is it has 5.8 out of 10. Oh, she's still going.
Yeah, you can talk over her. She don't care. She's a robot.
What's really funny is that's got a sting if you were like worked on like the 2021 Mortal Kombat movie, and Alexa, when you say, what do you think about the Mortal Kombat movie? They're like, the one from 1995 that sucked ass.
I know, right? It's
Okay.
like, yeah, you'd think that they'd be talking about the new one at this point.
Yeah.
You'd think.
Maybe. Just a quick
Amazing
update
stuff.
on the trailers that are auto playing on IMDb. I'm watching the Sin City trailer again. This is like the 8th
Amazing.
time.
Amazing. Yeah. Also, I want to talk about Christopher Lambert
Yeah.
in this movie.
Connor
We haven't talked
McLeod.
about this yet. Connor McLeod plays Raiden in this movie. Okay.
Fucking
So, if you don't
whitewashing,
know-
problematic.
Yeah, seriously. People are so mad at shit. Who was it?
Scarlett
Who played-
Johansson.
Yeah, Scarlett. They're so mad at ScarJo for that.
I like how both
But
of
when
us.
people are hearing about Christopher Lambert, they're like, I'm quiet. Wow.
I like
this
how
is misogyny.
ScarJo is the poll we both have, even though that was like fucking half a decade ago. It was like pre-pandemic, dog.
You know, everybody's so mad at Robert Downey Jr.
Yeah. Well, I don't think they didn't put fucking Highlander in like make face paint for this one, so that's at least
true. That's true. They didn't put Christopher Lambert Highlander into like Mickey Rooney style yellow face for this movie. And so applauding for that, you know.
They did, however, give him a really fucked up voice.
Really fucked up, but not that way. It's not that kind of fucked up.
Yeah.
They were smart. They were smart enough to be like, to not do like stereotypical shit.
Yeah. To
They
just
were
let him
smart
be a
enough to
white
just
dude.
be like, they're like, hey, Christopher Lambert,
Could you kind of talk like this all the time? I'm wise, I guess. This is
He's-
what wise sounds like.
He's kind of sassy too in the movie, isn't he? He's kind of sassing people up all the time.
just a sassy little god guy.
Yeah.
It's weird.
That is weird.
But anyways, he sucks in the movie. I fucking hate it. He's the name. He's like the Paul of the movie, and it's like, oh, well, you're gonna play Raiden. It's like, cool. What's your Raiden gonna be like? Bullshit. Oh, tight. Let's go.
Okay. Let's say you're Paul Wifeshower Anderson, directing Mortal Kombat in 1995, and you are choosing who your poll is going to be. It doesn't have to be for Raiden. You can cast the poll as another character. Who is your poll? Who's you can only have one real person in this movie. Who's your real person?
I feel like 95, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Jackie Chan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that would have been I think that's so obvious that he had to have said no.
Yeah, I mean that's real. I'm like,
Jackie Chan is like an established industry guy, and he probably like got the offer, and he's like, okay, who's the fight coordinator? And they were like, and he said, and then he got a no from Jackie Chan.
Yeah, and I feel like it would have been smart for Jackie Chan to say no to that. It's just like, what if they'd gotten, well, I mean, it was Tony Jaa they got for this movie though, right?
Yeah.
And Tony Jaa's pretty well known for being like really good.
Yeah, maybe.
And this movie.
Now, you know who I would have gone with? There's this
Who's that?
actor who was coming up around that time. He's kind of like a new face in Hollywood. He just had his big debut like a year before in The Crow. Brandon Lee is who I would have cast in Mortal Kombat. I don't know why they didn't do it. It seems like it would have been a perfect fit for them.
Yeah, it would have been fantastic. What happened?
He would have been like coming off of The Crow. There would be all this like he's ready for like being in the shitty Mortal.
He probably wanted to focus on his musical career.
That's true.
And that's probably it. I'm
That's
not going to
been,
look up anything about this though.
That's been really the like death knell for so many actors' careers as being, I'm gonna put out an album. Like Steven Seagal's hit album Songs from the Crystal Cave.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's what happened, and that's exactly what happened with Brandon Lee as well.
He was actually in Songs from the Crystal Cave. They did a duet. They they sang Afternoon Delight together.
Damn.
Yeah.
Damn. Well, that was just a big miss. Big miss, frankly. Yeah.
For real. You can't trust these Hollywood people with anything. They'll fuck it up immediately.
Yeah. That's why I only watch indie movies, right?
Yeah.
Like
like Star Wars.
Star Wars, which I've been watching, which I've been binging all of Star Wars for like the last 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah. Indie movies.
Yeah, you're a big
it is interesting, okay? It is interesting that that A New Hope, I feel like you could potentially call it an indie.
I was about to say that. I was about to make some dumb comment about that, but you beat me to it. I think you're right. I think there's an alternate universe where George Lucas, instead of becoming a toy salesman, is kind of like Quentin Tarantino about 20 years before Quentin Tarantino is Quentin Tarantino,
Interesting.
where he's just like some film nerd making weird fucking film nerd movies that have like mainstream crossover success.
Yeah. I mean, the thing is, and this is, here's the thing about George Lucas, okay?
Yeah.
He's a bad director.
Well, so
like,
no, I'm not going to say that.
Don't say that. Quentin Tarantino is a good director. You can say all sorts of bad things about Quentin Tarantino, but he's a good director. But George Lucas can't direct his way out of a paper bag, and that's okay. He's really good at some other things, but
like selling toys,
like selling toys, or or even like creating a cool universe, right? Like a lot of the stuff, like the creative stuff behind this is very cool. The industrial lights and magic stuff was huge. It's actually huge. The graphics were out of this world for when A New Hope came out, and that remains true throughout the entire series. Like all of the movies, the graphics look way better than anything else coming out at the time. Almost entirely. There's a few cases where not. Somehow, Starship Troopers is the best looking movie from when it came out, and that's nuts. but it is.
I still haven't seen Starship Troopers.
God, we should watch that movie. We should do that next week. I don't care that it's not on the list. Fuck it, we're on vacation.
Yeah, I think you could make an argument for that being an edgelord movie too.
Oh, it definitely is.
Yeah,
definitely. Oh God! All right, Star Wars rant over.
Here's what I've had this this idea percolate in my brain for a little bit about Quentin Tarantino, and I'm wondering if you will sign off on this or if you're gonna tell me I'm full of shit. Quentin Tarantino, famous foot fetish haver, correct?
Mm-hmm. True.
Are we certain about that? Here's what I posit is that Quentin Tarantino himself only knows how to direct a film because he didn't go to film school, right? He just started making movies and he just I'm going to shoot this the way this other movie from the 70s that I watched and thought was cool was shot. Okay. What if he just watched a lot of directors from the 70s who had foot fetishes and just is yeah, cool. This is this other guy I'm ripping off. Where we zoom in on people's feet all the time.
No. I understand your argument, and I think that it's a fine argument, but I just don't know.
Fair enough. I think it would be very hard to get someone else on board for this, but I think it would be funny to say and tell people it's true. So I'm going to start doing that.
Yeah, for sure. And that is very funny, and you should lie to people. But I'm thinking about it. I'm doing the mental math. I'm exploring. Okay.
Yeah.
And here's the thing: is Quentin Tarantino if that had been the case for like his first couple of movies, if it was like, oh yeah, Jackie Brown and Reservoir Dogs were just like all that,
Yeah.
and then it stopped, I'd be like, oh, okay. But you know, his sensibilities changed, right? There's other movies that he's made that aren't that. Like if you're watching Inglourious Bastards, that's a very different movie from Jackie Brown, right?
Fair enough.
It's very different. It's very
But you can
different.
see all the foot fetish shit like sort of peak in like his like grindhouse exploitation movie phase, you know? Like
It's in every movie.
yeah, but it's not like as there in the other ones, you know?
I mean, okay, so the Grindhouse ones specifically, you're right.
Like Kill
They do
Bill
have,
has like more foot fetish shit than any other Quentin Tarantino movie. Unless I'm wrong. I haven't seen all of them.
Death Proof.
Still another
Has
same
more.
type of movie, you know?
I know. I'm just saying that Death Proof has more.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's the thing is, yes, it is. When he's doing it, when he's leaning in, he does do it more.
Yeah.
Because he's like, what if I was a sleazy little guy? and it's like, well, and he has no problem doing that because he is. And I adore him for his sleaziness. There's so much fun in that sleaze. But it is, you know, it's not an accident. You know, it's very much, I'm very sure it's on purpose.
Yeah.
Especially because of the
Well,
Grindhouse.
of course, I don't think he's like a dumbass, right? I don't think he's like putting these foot scenes in the movie and going like, oh, geez, no one's going to jack off to this for sure. I just think that maybe the foot fetish is him borrowing from other filmmakers more than it is although he did write himself into a movie sucking on someone's toes. So,
Yeah, come on.
Never mind.
Come on, he's a nasty little boy.
Yeah, fine. You win, Quentin.
Yeah. I just, you know, I gotta say, I do love a Quentin Tarantino movie. I gotta say.
Yeah. What's your favorite part of a Quentin Tarantino movie?
Any Quentin Tarantino movie?
Yeah.
That's hard. I don't know. Give me one. Give me a Quentin Tarantino.
Okay, what's your favorite part of fucking Pulp Fiction?
I liked it in Pulp Fiction when the music started. The music choices were really good, you know. They were just like Pulp Fiction. That's
exactly what I was gonna say. Well, I'm glad we're on the same page about that. I don't have anything else to say about Mortal Kombat. I ran out of shit to say about Mortal Kombat about 45 minutes ago. So.
Yeah, this is a deep riff. We were riffing deep.
You know what we do have though?
What was that? We got mail.
We have a real mail too, and it's not about the Apple Vision Pro, although we do have one of those.
How much is that Apple Vision Pro?
Apple Vision Pro available now. It's actually not $3,000. It's $3,499. It's more expensive.
Even worse. How on earth do they get away with that? That's
yeah, imagine you're like walking around LA with one of these things, and like your fucking $12.99 a month subscription service to like filter poor people from your view, like doesn't see like the guy begging for change in the street in front of you, and you like trip and fall on him, and you break your fucking $3,500 Apple Vision Pros. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, and then you sue the homeless guy.
Yeah, and then I guess he's got to like work in a fucking prison to pay you back. So I guess that's what they want to happen. But
yeah, this is the new world order. The new world order is coming and distributing Apple Vision Pros to overly wealthy people so that they can trick them into suing poor people into debtor's prison, which they're going to make exist next, and then I don't know, probably something racist.
Hell yeah. But no, our real piece of fan mail is not from a racist. Presumably, actually, I haven't read it, so maybe there's something racist in this as a hidden surprise. This is from Skeleton Bones, who says, "Big fan. Good morning. First time emailer, long time listener. That's an old man joke. Haha. Really enjoy listening to your show. The movies from the 2000s really were the greatest era for movies, when action was actually good. Can't to see what you cover next. Have you considered watching the movie Skeleton Key by Ian Softly? He is one of the greatest directors of all time, in my opinion. Maybe try giving him a watch. You might learn something. This is me when I listen to your show. I am having a good time, and it's a little gif of a dancing skeleton. Thank you for the good times, Mr. Bones.
Thank you, Mr. Bones, for writing in. That slaps. I love fan mail. But don't cross me.
Yeah. You know what? There's no
if you talk shit about the program, that's fine. I will talk shit back. But yeah, I appreciate the positive. Even though there was that little bit of that little touch, you can learn something.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Don't appreciate your tone on that one. But you know what? Feel free to say anything mean to Brian specifically that you would like in our inbox.
I actually enjoy being called dirt. Why do you think I call myself Brian Trash?
And you know what? Another positive about this email is that there is no picture of a penis or a big slimy turd or an animal getting decapitated or any shit like that. So that's another pro for the mailbag too.
thank the Christian God for that one. My God. I love that. But for real, Mr. Bones, thank you for the email.
Yeah,
really appreciate it. You think it was greasy?
I'm locking in my answer right now. Yeah.
You're calling it greasy? Okay. Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Alrighty.
I'm gonna confront them about it. I'm gonna be like, Greasy, did you write a
Don't confront them about it. Instead, just put the show on at work and
and watch. That's better, yeah. That's better, yeah. Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Not that they can hide it from me. I would just be like, I'd probably be like, oh,
hey, you want to listen?
Email on the program.
Yeah, probably.
They'd be like, oh really? I mean, I just say, you bitch.
Yeah.
You can out Mason. Anyways,
in the meantime, if you would like to send us a nice email or a mean email to Brian specifically,
yeah, send me mean emails.
You can email us.
I'm not gonna read them. Monk's gonna read them to me, so it's fine.
You can send us an email at edgelordpod@gmail.com. You can also find us at Twitter, where you can slowly gather more and more information on our lives until you know exactly our physical location and where to send your anthrax in the mail to.
And when I breathe that anthrax in, I will say, finally, my time has come. And blissfully descend into the darkness.
So if you want to do that, you can find me at cursed_monk on Twitter, X, whatever.
And you can find me at trashcan1312 on Twitter. And you can find me at Brian Trash pretty much everywhere else, including Blue Sky, where people actually see things that I post. So, hey, love to see it. I am shadow banned. Elon Musk, unshadow ban me. Unshadow ban me, Elon.
No,
I'm kidding. That's a joke. That's a joke. I don't believe in shadow banning. Shadow ban me, bitch. Come for me.
I think I would really enjoy being banned from Twitter if I knew that Elon specifically hit the button to ban me. I think that would be very funny.
That'd be pretty good.
Alrighty. Well, have a good evening, morning, afternoon, limbo, wherever you are, whenever it is. Have a good one.